Hello friends, in this third video lecture of quantum theory, we will study energy operator. The next point, that is energy operator. So now, first of all, the definition for energy operator, that is, it is an any mathematical operation such as it may be differentiation, integration, addition, multiplication, subtraction, division or square root can be specified by a certain symbol, and that symbol is known as operator. Now simply operator is an instruction to carry out a certain operation. म्हणजे एखादं ऑपरेशन करण्यासाठी it is not belongs to the medical field. You have to consider operation word related with our quantum theory. So for performing any operation, there is a procedure, instruction, and that is nothing but the operator. Now how we can define it? It is a symbol for a rule for the transformation of one mathematical function into another mathematical function. Suppose there is a number 25 and another number is 50. Now if I am using a operator plus or addition, so that addition symbol is an operator. Now when it acts on the these two numbers, one is 25 and second one is 50, that time there should be a addition. So addition is an operation, and operation occurs, and that is equal to 75. So that is the new mathematical function 75. So the first mathematical functions were 25 and 50, but now it is 75. म्हणजेच एका मॅथमॅटिकल फंक्शनचं कन्व्हर्जन दुसऱ्या मॅथमॅटिकल फंक्शन मध्ये होत असतं. तर याला इंडिकेट करणारा जो सिम्बॉल आहे, दॅट सिम्बॉल इज नथिंग बट द ऑपरेटर. नाउ in next slide it is more clear that it has no physical meaning if only it is written. It means if I write only plus, or I write only square root, or I write only minus, so it doesn't has any kind of meaning, because there are not any kind of numbers. You will think that for which transformation of the functions or transformation of mathematical functions that plus is given, you will think like that, because it has no any kind of meaning if no number is present. So it has no physical meaning if only it is written. So when it will comes under the meaning, if for example square root is an operator if a quantity or number is put under it. म्हणजे एखाद्या स्क्वेअर रूटच्या खाली जेव्हा आपण एखादा नंबर लिहूया, त्यावेळेस त्या स्क्वेअर रूटला किंमत प्राप्त होते किंवा महत्व प्राप्त होते. म्हणजेच त्याची काय इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे ते आपल्याला समजतं. नुसतं स्क्वेअर रूट लिहिलं तर त्याचा काही उपयोग होत नाही, त्याला कुठलाही अर्थ नाही. सो इट ट्रान्सफॉर्म्स द गिवन क्वांटिटी इनटू इट्स स्क्वेअर रूट. म्हणजे जर स्क्वेअर रूटच्या खाली मी 4 लिहिलं तर त्याचं नक्कीच उत्तर हे 2 असणार आहे, बिकॉज स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ 4 इज नथिंग बट 2. So it gives the answer. So that 2 is nothing but the another quantity. Remember, which is the another quantity. So first one was square root of 4 and second one is 2. So what we can say that the another operator, now we will see the another operator, that is d by dx is any operator which transforms the function, you can see in screen, x raised to n to the another function n into x raised to n minus 1. So d by dx is the derivative, or any other function, suppose it is sin x, so it converts sin x into the cos x. So generally operator is written with the symbol cap. कंसामध्ये तुम्ही बघू शकताय, it is a cap, or also read as a overhead. An operator a is written as a cap or a overhead, like this one. So if a cap is equal to log, so now log is the value of a cap, then application of this operator to a function f of x. आता आपल्याला log ला अप्लाय करायचं आहे एका फंक्शन वरती, जे फंक्शन आहे f of x. So how we can write? Then f of x gives a new function log of f of x and its value is g of x. म्हणजे f of x काही असेल, for example f of x is equal to 2, so it become log of 2 and the value will be, suppose it is 0.1030 or whatever may be the value, logarithm value, so that is nothing but g of x. म्हणून a cap into f of x, that is equal to log of f of x, or also you can see in the next slide, if a cap is equal to d by dx, and if f of x is equal to a into x cube. So f of x is a function, that is ax cube, and we have to take the derivative of this function. So that derivative is nothing but operator. So we can write a cap of f of x, that is equal to d by dx of ax cube. So now simply you have to calculate the derivative of ax cube, that is nothing but ax raised to n. So it become n into x raised to n minus 1. By using this formula you may calculate, it is 3 into ax n minus 1, that is 3 minus 1, so it becomes simply 2. So 3 into ax square is the new function, which is nothing but the derivative of ax cube. So g of x value is equal to 3ax square. So similarly, we take another example. If a cap is equal to square root, so that time its application to the function x raised to 5. So you can write a cap of f of x, that is equal to square root of x raised to 5, that is nothing but a new quantity, that is g of x. So in next slide you can see here. Now this is the property of an operator. See which property it shows. A cap of f of x plus g of x. So this is the one function, that is for summation. Now when we will solve bracket, so that a cap is continuously run or applying on both the functions, so it gives a cap of f of x plus a cap of g of x. So it is simply addition rule. Now if constant is there, that time a cap into c into f of x, so that time c will come outside, that is the constant, and it apply on the only function, so that is a cap of f of x, where f of x and g of x are the functions and a cap is an operator and c is the constant. So the addition or subtraction of the operator acting as on a function are given as a cap plus b cap. Now these are the two operators and there is only one function, that is f of x. So that time bracket is solved. So a cap applies on function, that is f of x, as well as b cap, that is the second operator, also acts upon the function f of x. Similar is the rule for subtraction. A cap minus b cap into f of x, that is equal to a cap of f of x minus b cap of f of x. So in this way we can apply the operator on a particular or specific functions. So in general what we can say, any physical quantity in classical mechanics. Now we are related with classical word. So classical means kinetic energy, momentum, potential energy, total energy, velocity. So all these are related with the classical mechanics. Just we have seen in the last lectures. Can be represented in quantum mechanics by a mathematical operators. So in this way we have seen what is meant by operator, that is energy operator. So in quantum mechanics the definition for operator, how it can act upon a specific functions, then characteristics of the operator. Now in next lecture we will see the Hamiltonian operator. Thank you.